Hi all, welcome to the Marquee Matchups for the 14th of November. Apologies if I still sound like crap, it's joys of the cold for you folks. So if you could smash the links as always would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GIsLegend. All links are down below for publishing the channel and social media link as always. And yes, I do sound like I am in a submarine, but that is the way of life. So it's the international break and there's not really much to work with, so I'm going to try and be fairly brief, but at the same time kind of go over quite a few of the games. So looking at the first kind of pile, Turkey and Iceland look a strong shout for happening. Like with the good thing with Turkey and Iceland, you could go quite easily like EPL for example, but at the same time England and Montenegro could easily be a shout within the league. But I've also thought, like from a European view, Czech Republic, Kosovo, because there's a lot more Kosovo players within FIFA now, especially in like Turkey, France. So you could, and Czech Republic's got quite a lot in Germany, so you could work quite, and also you have the Czech League of course, so you've got quite a decent amount to work with. Other like options, Bosnia and Italy, Romania, Sweden, and that would kind of tide you over. Like from an EPL view, we just thought we'd cover like England, we'd cover Iceland, we'd cover Turkey, and then you might prepare yourself for anything that might involve like Holland or Belgium if they were to suddenly just magically sneak in out of nowhere, which I cannot see happening for the life of me. But what doesn't help is that quite a few of the bigger nations are playing small nations, and the small nations have like no players in FIFA, so you're kind of like clutching at straws with some of those games. But I would say England, Turkey, Iceland, and then you're like, as we were saying, like Czech Republic, Kosovo, and you'd be fairly sorry, I would imagine, like Bosnia, Italy. Like some of the leagues you can, some of the groups you can, like Romania, Sweden for example, you could easily go like the one league, as it were, like one or two leagues together. So like with these set that we've done here, which is funnily enough like the South American pile of like Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Peru, and from there, like Brazil, Argentina would heavily fancy for a friendly, and then you've also quite fancy Peru or Chile, or even Argentina, Uruguay, depending which one you prefer. But like the good thing about Brazil, Argentina, you can, and even like with Chile, you could go La Liga, you can go Orellana, but because obviously he's in Team of the Week, you're going to have to hope and pray you've already got him packed, but hope at the same time for Chile that they don't actually need a Chilean player, and it's just maybe say like South American, or if they do need Chilean, it's done a little bit later. But Uruguay, easy enough with like La Liga. I noticed with like the left back especially, I had another player from Uruguay within the league, so it was quite handy. And like what we've done is just to cover our back is make it like a free league hybrid. We've got La Liga, we've got La Liga, and we've got Bundesliga because of Claudio Pizarro. Then the last kind of main game to focus on really is Sydney versus Melbourne, the Big Blue. If they're going to do a small game, they might do here, or they could go elsewhere in either Spain or League 2. Two derbies in League 2 for Exeter and Cheltenham, and Forest Green, Plymouth, and then the derby in Spain, it's Oviedo, Sporting Gijon. But A-League is due to happen sooner or later in the marquee matchups, and it wouldn't surprise me, just due to the lack of games really next week, that's kind of standing out, that Sydney and Melbourne could be your small option, Brazil, Argentina being one of your bigger options, Turkey, Iceland kind of like a mid-tier option, and then finally could easily go with like a Bosnia, England, or like a Sweden and Romania. So as I said, it's not as heavy as it usually would be, folks. You've just got to kind of work with it, and sadly for next week it's kind of like clutching at straws a little bit, but hopefully you still find this useful. Like it's going to be fun and games if like the predictors next week can get the 4 out of 4 this easily, but we'll see what happens of course. So smash the likes always, folks. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GIsLegend. Comment down below what games that you fancy for next week. Take it easy all, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later.